doing keyword and keyword research. If that's a challenge for you, I've got some helpful information today where you can get some additional bang for your buck, specifically using YouTube videos and the vidiq Chrome extension. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Frank Blanchard, AIFD, and today I'm talking specifically about how you can get some additional bang for your buck with doing your keyword and keyword phrase research, specifically for your website as well as YouTube by using the vidiq Google Chrome extension. Now, if you have a flower-related business, this is especially for you, but this information actually goes for anybody with any kind of a business. But specifically, florists and flower designers, flower farmers. I'm kind of focusing on you, but just keep the main rules in mind that it works for everyone. And that is, you've got a website for your business, and we all know the importance of creating an SEO strategy for your website that really works well with the search engines so that ultimately your website gets found in people's search results when they're searching for the kinds of services and products that you have to sell. And when we do that, there are some tools out there that we can use to really calculate and figure out which keywords rank the best and that we try to utilize within the text content of our websites. Now, you can actually get some additional bang for your buck by potentially getting a couple of different listings on people's search results with your keyword research, and I'm going to get into that. But first, I want to show you on Google and also on YouTube with the vidiq Chrome extension. I want to show you how I usually start doing my keyword research for both YouTube videos, social media videos, and websites. So I'm going to start with YouTube and then I'll switch over to vidiq. So let's go over now to the computer and I'm going to show you starting with Google and how I get started with doing my keyword research. Okay, here we are on my Google homepage, and I wanted to show you just really quickly how I go about starting to do keyword research for both my YouTube videos as well as helping websites that I work on to rank with the search engines. And we all know that doing keyword research can be a challenge to try and figure out what kinds of keywords are the best. And ultimately, we want to focus on words that we already know rank well with the search engines. So just as an example, this time with Google, I want to show you with the singular one word flowers, and then what that gets and how I would utilize that. So really simply, just here in the search bar, you're just going to type the word flowers, and right away what comes up in the drop-down menu bar, this gives you an idea of how strong the word flowers ranks with the search engines, because the very first selection that you get is flowers near me. So that would be anybody who is searching for a flower shop or a floral service company within their vicinity. So, because this is the very first one, that right off the bat tells you that that phrase, flowers near me, which is a long tail keyword phrase, is something that you want to be working into the text content of your website. Now, if you're creating a YouTube video, which is another way that you can get some additional bang for your buck and potentially get some additional listings with the search engines, is if you were to also use that same phrase in your description of a YouTube video, potentially in your title of your YouTube video, and of course, you would actually talk about it within your YouTube video. Now, in this particular drop down menu, the other thing you also see is another strong long tail keyword phrase is just flowers delivery. So both of these, flowers near me and flowers delivery, are right off the bat telling you that those would be good ones to potentially use. Now, other things to think about and consider are related words and phrases. So if you actually go ahead and search for that word, here we come up with the main suggestions that Google is giving me for my search term of flowers. And we see that the top ones here are all ads. These are paid ads, mainly from the wire services. But I want to focus on a local shop that is not affiliated with any of the wire services. So if you actually scroll all the way down to the bottom, and we're just talking about keywords that you would potentially want to use in and with a YouTube video, and also using it on your website. And in a minute here, after I show you this last little part, I'm going to switch over to vidiq on YouTube and show you how I utilize that to further give me more information on what keywords I'm going to focus on. So you can see at the top of the page here that my original search term of flowers is still in the search bar. So now I've scrolled all the way to the bottom of the search answers of the first page, and you see the other related searches that most people are searching for when they're looking for flowers. And you see that people search a lot for the types of flowers, and it's actually all together without any space in between the word flowers and types. People search for 1-800 flowers, flowers names, flowers delivery. These are all related terms that you could potentially use in the text content and in video content on a YouTube video and also on your website. Now, for me, if I was actually using this for my YouTube videos and a website that I was working with, I don't want to associate with any of the wire services. I want to be and focus completely being independent. So I would not use or bring up 1-800 flowers or Pro Flowers or FTD. I would probably focus on flowers delivery and also flower delivery and flowers species. And that's where you can get a little more specific. And the more specific that you can get actually helps to set you apart from your competition. Okay, so this is just how I start when I'm getting going with doing keyword research for YouTube videos and even topics to use on live stream videos on social media and for social media posts, as well as text content on an associated website. So this is with Google, and now we're going to switch over to YouTube, and I'm going to show you how I utilize vidIQ to fine tune that information and get more specifics on given words such as flowers or flower. So let's now switch over to YouTube. Okay, so here we are now on YouTube, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the Google Chrome extension for vidIQ, which is specifically for YouTube, but even in other applications, the information that you can gain from vidIQ is really valuable and can be very helpful. So I'm just here on the home page of YouTube, and vidIQ actually functions everywhere you are on YouTube. So if you have a YouTube channel associated with your website, anywhere that you're working on your channel and trying to improve your channel, as well as looking at other videos, you're going to be able to access vidIQ and get a lot of additional information. So here on the home page, right up here at the top line, this little box right here is my vidIQ extension box. And as I was just searching in the first video on Google where I was searching for flowers, I can actually click on my vidIQ little menu box here and go to the keyword inspector here. And by clicking on that, gives me a new box where I can start searching words. And just as I was researching keywords on Google, you can do the same thing here with vidIQ, and this is more focused specifically for YouTube and YouTube videos. But I want to share something with you in just a second here after I show you what kinds of information you can get from vidIQ. So here in the search bar for vidIQ, I'm just going to type the same word that I did when I was on Google, which is flowers. And I'm just going to search for that. And it gives me a lot of different videos here on the right that are already trending for that word. But right here on the main vidIQ section, this is the part here on the left that I really want you to notice. The very first is column or line that you're given is the results for whatever you typed in to the search bar. And I searched for flowers, and this gives me information as to the how much competition there is for that particular word, which is here in the third box. how many searches per month people search and use the word flowers, and how many videos actually use that. So 2 out of 10 videos use that word. And then the overall score. And this is 38 over 100 for just the word flowers. And the first number, the closer it gets to 100 is what you're shooting for. So if you somehow found a word that was 100 out of 100, that's like perfection. That's really hard to find and get, but ultimately that's what you would be shooting for. So underneath that first one, which was my original search, it gives you all of the other related terms that people search for. And it goes from the ones that are searched for the most and on down. And then looking at the columns to the right of whatever that word or long tail keyword phrase is, it gives you the same information. It tells you how much competition that word has. And then in the column just to the left of that, and these are kind of the two columns that I focus on the most, it's giving you how frequently that keyword or long tail keyword phrase is actually searched for on YouTube. So the higher the number of how many searches there are for that word is what you're going for, especially if the competition for that word is medium to low. You want to actually stay away from those words or phrases where the competition is very high or high. It's not to say that you should stay away from them completely, but especially just getting started, you would want to focus on any of the words that have a high number for searches per month, which is this second column here, and a low or medium competition score. And you can scroll down and see all of these various keywords and keyword phrases that are related to my initial original keyword search, which was for flowers. So all of these, whatever might search highly by people and also that has lower medium competition, would also be additional words and phrases that you would want to work into text content on your website, because that would help in your overall ranking and SEO with your website, as well as working those same keywords and keyword phrases into a YouTube video and into the description and title of your YouTube video. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show you with the Google Chrome extension of vidIQ. It's a really helpful tool, and it's very similar to using other apps and extensions on your computer for keyword research, like SEMrush, Moz. There are others out there. But this one, vidIQ, is specifically for YouTube. And now I'm going to switch back over to the main video and give you more specific information as to how that can actually help your overall web ranking for your website and how you can get some additional bang for your buck with YouTube videos. So let's switch back over. Okay, I hope you found that information helpful to you. And now I want to give you a little bit of information and some inspiration for videos for you that can help your SEO for your website, but also potentially getting you some additional views in search when people are searching for the kinds of products and services that you have for sale. And that is YouTube videos. Now, I was showing you in the computer screenshots that I was sharing, first with Google, how I get started doing my keyword research, and then switching over to seeing how well different keywords rank on YouTube. Now, we all know that YouTube is owned by Google. It's all the same company. So, where you can really get some bang for your buck and really gain some significant web traffic to your website and get people contacting you is with YouTube videos. And if you can create videos that have content that people really want to see, and you can get those videos to rank, and in this case, by ranking, you do that by utilizing keywords and keyword phrases and related terms in your video, as well as the description and title of your video. And you calculate and figure out what those words and phrases are utilizing vidIQ. So, where this can really benefit you is with a video. If you can create videos that rank, you can actually get your video showing up in people's search results on the search engines, especially with Google, because of the specific information and the topic that you've created your video on. Now, if you have that same information on your website, like maybe you create a blog post on your website, you can actually include and embed your YouTube video into your blog on your website. Or you can share your YouTube video somewhere on your website. But if you can get the same information, the same ranking information, to show up in search results in both your video as well as your website, you can actually end up with both showing up in people's search results. So compared to your competition, you potentially will have 2 listings on Google specifically for the results of that search query by whatever somebody was searching for, because you managed to get both your YouTube video as well as your website to rank for those specific keywords and keyword phrases. So that's really how you can get some potential big gains for overall web traffic to your website because of the keyword research you did utilizing vidIQ on your YouTube video in order to get your YouTube video to rank. And you can use that same information to create content on your website. And ultimately, it's a win-win. And when you have 2 listings in somebody's search results, which of the businesses that get listed in those search results for that person, who do you think they're going to call? The one that only has one listing or the one that has two? Something to think about. If you give it a try, you'll definitely get some significant gains. I promise. So don't be afraid to stick your neck out there and try doing some YouTube videos specifically for your business. I hope you found this information helpful. If you subscribe to my channel and give this video a like, that really helps me out. It is very beneficial to my channel and helps it to grow. And if you'd like to get notifications when I do upload new video content for you, by all means hit that bell icon, and that way you'll get notified when I do upload the next video. Until next time, stay safe everybody, be well, and we'll see you really soon. Bye for now.